Hola amigos y sean muy bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. En esta ocasión vamos a hacer otra entrevista un poquito más complicada, un poquito más difícil, revolviendo todas las preguntas. De esta manera podemos ver qué tan preparado estás. Pero antes, ya sabes, como siempre, ayúdame a darle like a este video. Es bien importante para que se distribuya por toda la plataforma. Sígueme en Instagram, mándame tu pregunta en Instagram, ciudadanía_ahora. Y otra cosa muy importante, fíjense que YouTube me ha dejado saber que ustedes, el 50% de las personas que miran mis videos no están suscritas. Entonces, cerciórate que estés suscrito al canal para que no te pierdas ninguno de los videos. Bien importante que estés suscrito. Ya sabes, como siempre tratamos todo el contenido de este canal que sea puro de la ciudadanía para que llegues bien preparado a tu entrevista. Muy bien, sin más que decir, comencemos la práctica del día de hoy. Hi and welcome. Please take a seat. How are you feeling today? Please tell me, why are you here today? Okay, now we're going to place you under oath. Do you understand what an oath is? Yes, an oath is a promise to tell the truth. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the statements you will give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. First, can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and your ID? What is your first name? Can you please now give me your full legal name? How did you qualify to get the green card? When did you become a permanent resident? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever been arrested in your country? Have you ever voted in the United States? I forgot to ask you, do you want to legally change your name? When was the last time that you traveled out of the United States? In what date did you came back to the country? How many days in total you were out of the United States? Yes, in that last trip. Now, in total, how many times have you traveled out of the United States in the last 5 years? Okay, now, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever voted in the United States? Why not? What is your marriage status? How many times have you been married? Have you ever been divorced? How many children do you have? Are all your children U.S. citizens? Have you ever been part of the Communist Party? Have you ever been a communist? Have you ever been a terrorist? What is a terrorist? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? What is gambling? Can you please provide me your current address? For how long have you been living at this address? And what was your previous address? For how long did you live at the previous address? Since you submitted your application, has your address changed? Are either of your parents U.S. citizens? What is your date of birth? Yes, when is your birthday? And where were you born? Are you currently employed? No? So then how do you support yourself? What is your marriage status? Have you ever failed to file your taxes? Since you become a permanent resident, have you ever not filed your taxes? When you file your taxes, usually you have to pay taxes or you receive a refund. Have you ever sell weapons to any person or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? What is a weapon? Have you ever been involved in genocide? Have you ever been involved in trying to hurt a person on purpose? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever been married to someone? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Were you ever married back in your country? When you travel, who travels with you? How many people live in your house? Who lives in your house with you? Have you ever been a member of a guerrilla group? What is a guerrilla group? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States? Have you ever been detained, cited, or any way stopped by a police officer or any other people from the government? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever received any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent, been confined into a mental institution? What is a mental institution? Have you ever been a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or any way participate into a prison or jail? A detention facility. A prison camp. A labor camp. Or any other place where people were forced to stay. When did you submit your application for the citizenship? Have you ever been part of a paramilitary unit? I like your shirt. Can you please tell me what color it is? What color are the walls in the room that you're at? Have you ever been deported from the United States? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever not let someone practice his or her religion? What is religion? Have you ever helped someone try to enter or enter the United States illegally? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain any public benefit in the United States? Have you ever committed a crime, attempt to commit a crime, or assist in committing a crime for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been part of any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States? Have you ever persecuted anyone because of race, religion, national origin, or membership in a particular social group or political opinion? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the Constitution? Can you please tell me what is the form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance? What is an oath of allegiance? Correct. An oath of allegiance is a promise to be loyal to the United States. Are you willing to take the oath of allegiance? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? What is to bear arms? What does that mean? Correct. It means to carry a gun to defend the United States. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Can you please give me an example of a service that you can provide to the Armed Forces that is not combat? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Can you please give me an example? What kind of work you can perform under civilian directions? Thank you. Muy bien amigos, muchas felicidades si pudiste contestar toda la entrevista. Vayan a ver cualquiera de estos dos videos si no lo han visto. Sigan estudiando, sigan poniéndole ganas. Ayúdame a darle like a este video para que se distribuya por toda la plataforma. Sígueme en Instagram y nos vemos en el próximo video. Hasta luego.